They found nothing but honesty, integrity, and a genuine commitment to his job and his dealings with people. Apia's friends, on the other hand, advised him against marrying Ashanti. They called her an old woman who may not be able to give him children. They said a lot of hurtful things to Apia about Ashanti, but no matter how much they badmouthed her, his mind was already made up on his decision to spend the rest of his life with her. Once upon a time, in a big city of an African country, there was a young man whose name was Apia. Apia was a young cab driver whose dreams were as big as the skyscrapers. He worked tirelessly day and night to make ends meet. From the early hours of the morning till the late hours of the night, Apia drove the streets of the city, ferrying passengers from one destination to another. Despite the challenges he faced, the long hours, the relentless competition, and the occasional unruly passengers, he remained focused. He knew that every mile he drove brought him one step closer to his goal. At the end of every day, hopeful Apia would sketch out his plans for the future in a book. Apia envisioned a life beyond just being a cab driver. He dreamed of owning his own taxi company, getting married, and providing for his family in the best ways possible. Apia did his job diligently without much focus on the money. He took pride in his work, finding fulfillment in the simple art of helping others reach their destinations safely and efficiently. His passengers often marveled at his kindness and dedication as they review and tip him generously. One morning, as the sun began to rise, Apia received a booking and the name on the screen read Ashanti. Ashanti was an elegant lady in her 40s, the only child of the legendary businessman who owned one of the largest transportation companies in the country. Her car had broken down on her way to an important meeting with some business associates, and so she booked a cab to be able to get to her destination in time. When Apia arrived at the location, he found Ashanti standing by the roadside with a broken down car behind her. He greeted and ushered her into his car and began the journey. As they set off towards Ashanti's important meeting, Apia could not help but notice the tension in her eyes. Sensing her unease, he decided to break the ice with some light conversations. "Good morning, madam," Apia began. "Looks like you've had a bit of car trouble. Don't worry, we will get you to your meeting on time." Ashanti was surprised at Apia's calm demeanor. "Thank you," she replied, her voice filled with gratitude. "I appreciate your help more than you know," she said. As they made their way through the city streets, Apia noticed the tension slowly melting away from Ashanti's body. He switched on the radio. Soon they were both singing along with the rhythm, lost in the music and the moment. As they journeyed on, they engaged in lively conversations, sharing stories and laughter along the way. Apia regaled her with tales of his journey as a cab driver, while Ashanti shared snippets of her life as a woman of influence in the city. Before they knew it, they had arrived at Ashanti's destination. The 4 hours journey seemed quite short. She stepped out of the cab feeling gratified as she thanked Apia for making what would have been a stressful morning a memorable journey for her. She walked into the complex where the meeting would be held and Apia drove off. As he drove away, he thought of Ashanti. Time passed and a day came and he had an opportunity to drive Ashanti again. They were both happy to have met again. Ashanti took his contact and expressed her gratitude for his kindness and professionalism during their journey together. But that wasn't all, as she referred him to her high-profile friends whom he worked for on special occasions. Ashanti has immersed herself in her family's business and had dedicated her time and energy to managing her father's transportation company. Time passed, and before she knew it, years had slipped by as she went on meetings and negotiations and had little time for anything else, especially for the matters of the heart. She watched as her friends and colleagues settled down, building families and forging lasting connections while she remained single at her mid-40s. As she talked with Apia the cab driver and reflected on their brief and meaningful interactions, she realized that she had been so consumed by her career and that she had neglected the other aspects of her life, including the possibility of finding love. Ashanti decided that she would no longer let her career define her, nor would she allow her age dictate her happiness. And so she opened herself up to the possibility of love. She attended social events, joined dating apps, and even sought the advice of friends and family in her quest to find love. Time went by, and Ashanti and Apia's friendship bloomed into something beautiful. Every night as the hands of clock ticked, they chat away their time to sleep. Apia's feelings grew for Ashanti. He found himself longing for more than just their nightly chat. He knew that he had fallen deeply in love with her, and he couldn't imagine spending another day without her by his side. They talked about their hopes and dreams, fears and insecurities, laying bare their souls to each other in quiet hours of the night. They found comfort in each other's words as they laughed together, cried together, shared moments of silence that spoke volumes more than any words ever could, and confided in each other in ways they had never confided in anyone else. One day, Apia summoned all his courage and took a leap of faith and asked for Ashanti's hand in marriage. His heart raced as he waited for her response, his hopes and fears colliding in a whirlwind of emotion. For Ashanti, Apia's proposal was both a dream come true and a dilemma she hadn't anticipated. Though she had fallen for him, his kindness, humor, and unwavering support, but she couldn't shake off the nagging doubts that plunged her mind because of the 15 years age gap between them. Ashanti could not deny the depth of her feelings for him, but she couldn't ignore the whispers of society either. She worried about the obstacles they would face as a couple, what her friends, family, and that of Apia would say about them. But amidst the trouble of her thoughts, one thing remained clear. Her love for Apia was stronger than any societal expectations and preconceived notions. And so, with a heart heavy with both love and uncertainty, Ashanti made her decision. "And yes, I will marry you," she said to Apia. Tears welled up in Apia's eyes as he pulled Ashanti into his arms, as if he was afraid she might vanish into thin air. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Not the age gap, not the judgment of the society, not even the uncertainty of the future. For in each other's arms, they found strength to defy expectations and follow their hearts. And as they embarked on their journey together hand in hand, they knew that their love would be a guiding light that would lead them through whatever challenges that lay ahead. When Ashanti's parents heard of their daughter's relationship with Apia, a younger man, they were wary of the significant age difference between them. They thought to themselves that the man must be a gold digger to have wanted to marry their daughter. They were determined to ensure their daughter's happiness and security, and so they embarked on a thorough investigation of Appiah's background, hoping to uncover any hidden or ulterior motives. But no matter how hard they probed, no matter how deep they delved into Appiah's past, they found nothing but honesty, integrity, and a genuine commitment to his job and his dealings with people. Appiah's friends, on the other hand, advised him against marrying Ashanti. They called her an old woman who may not be able to give him children. They said a lot of hurtful things to Appiah about Ashanti, but no matter how much they badmouthed her, his mind was already made up on his decision to spend the rest of his life with her. As Ashanti's parents got to know Appiah better, they discovered a man who had worked tirelessly to build a life for himself, a man who had overcome countless obstacles towards achieving his goals. They began to see him in a new light. They saw the kindness in his eyes, the sincerity in his words, and they realized that their daughter had found someone truly special. His character, integrity, and undeniably love for their daughter won their hearts, and so they welcomed him into their family with open arms. Knowing that they had found a son-in-law who was truly worthy of their daughter's love, they consented to their marriage, and the two got married in a lavish wedding ceremony. As the years passed, Appiah and Ashanti's love only grew stronger. Though there were initial doubts and challenges faced, they stood by each other, facing every storm that came their way squarely. 3 years into their marriage, their home was filled with the joyful laughter of 3 beautiful children. Over time, despite being married to an only child of a business mogul, Appiah poured his heart and soul into building his own wealth. His hard work and determination paid off in ways he had never imagined. With his wife's steadfast support by his side, he established his taxi company with fleets of cars parked to his name. He flourished and became a shining example of success born from perseverance and dedication. Their children grew up surrounded by love and laughter, guided by the wisdom and kindness of their parents. Though Ashanti took over her parents' company as their heiress, Appiah's company thrived as a result of his hard work and determination. As they grew old together, they never lost sight of what truly mattered: their love for each other and their undeniable commitment to their family, their hearts full of love and gratitude for the life they had shared together. Those who spoke ill of their relationship lived to envy the life they both live. Together, they both achieved their life goals with hearts full of love and gratitude. They lived out the rest of their days in blissful harmony. Appiah and Ashanti's story taught us that love knows no bounds and stands beyond all obstacles. Despite the age gap between them and the initial doubts of others, Appiah and Ashanti's love for each other remained steadfast and true. Their commitment to each other, respect, and unwavering support exemplify the importance of mutual understanding, trust, and communication in a relationship.